Hi, I'm Kirsty from Navigating Baby, and today I'm going to show you how to make healthy banana muffins that I put in my children's lunchbox. They're great because they can be frozen, and that just saves time when you're making that packed lunch. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around so you can see what we've got here, and I'm going to talk you through the ingredients as we go, but I will also put a post up on www.navigatingbaby.com. So the first thing we're going to do is take one large egg. I'm going to give it a whisk, so just lightly whisk that up, and then you want 2 large bananas. So the bananas, you can see, are like really brown, so you want them to be really ripe so that they mash up nicely. So I'm just going to pop those in there, and then I will give it a good mash. So I'm going to mash them up, and then once it's mashed, then I can mix them together. So you want them to be like soft, so that you're able to mash them, but also the browner they are, the more kind of sweetness they're going to give. And there's no actual sugar in this recipe. There is honey, but not no refined sugars. So the bananas help to give that sweetness. So once it's mashed, and you can mash it a little bit more or less, depending on the texture that your little one likes, what you're going to do is add in basically all of the other ingredients. So I've got my little teaspoon here. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, if I don't have this, I don't worry about it. And to be honest, I haven't noticed it making, well, no, certainly no one's complained. You can see I've got slightly under a tablespoon. I don't think that's going to matter. There's going to be no child throwing it back at me, I don't think. After that, then we need to have some applesauce. Now, what I use is the Ella's Kitchens ones. I did try making it myself, but I just can't get it smooth enough. And to be honest, the texture seemed to be much better when I use these. So obviously other brands are available. These just happen to be the ones I have, but they're not sweetened, and that's the thing, you want it to be unsweetened if you're going to be making them, trying to make them a bit healthier. So 2 of these little pouches is about enough. And then from there, we're also going to add in our honey. So we need 1/4 of a cup of honey. This is going to make 12 muffins, by the way. So we'll let that do its thing there. 1/4 of a cup of honey, and then some olive oil. You can also use coconut oil, but it needs to be melted before it goes in. Just scrape the rest of that out. So I have washed my hands, don't panic. So then the olive oil, we've got 3 tablespoons of olive oil here. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. That's all done. And then you want your baking powder. So we need 1 teaspoon of this one. Now you also need to have 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, but I don't have any. So instead of baking soda, I'm going to use yogurt. So basically you need it to create this acidic reaction. You need quite a lot more yogurt than you would baking soda. So baking soda, it's just 1/2 teaspoon. If you're going to use yogurt, then it's going to be a cupful to create that same reaction. So that will do. So these are probably going to be a little bit softer than they would ordinarily be, because the yogurt does have that liquid in it as well. So once that's all in here, I'm going to mix it all together. It looks a bit gross right now, but honestly they taste great, and my kids, apart from Mr. Fussy, do really like them. So that's about mixed. Okay, we'll take that fork out of there now. So then I'm going to get my wooden spoon, because now what I need to do is add in the flour. So I'm using spelt flour. You can also use wholemeal flour for this. And you want 1.5 cups of this. And at this point, you don't want to like stir it too much. You want to mix it through, of course, but you don't want to get it, you don't want to spend too much time with it, because you'll end up making the muffins like really tough, and they won't be so nice. So the first time I did that, the first time I definitely overworked it. Last time I got it right, they tasted a whole lot better. So definitely just a little bit of mixing. I think where I went wrong the first time was I let the toddlers get involved, and I mean, you know, it's all great fun, but who wants to eat it afterwards? So I'm just going to mix it together. So I would say I'm doing it pretty gently, just to make sure that it's all mixed together. So you can see it's starting to thicken up now. So at this point, if you're not going to add anything else, that's it. Your muffins are ready to go into the trays. However, as I said, I am going to try this time adding in a few little chocolate chips just to see whether that is enough to tempt my extremely fussy little boy into giving a banana muffin a try. Because I still figure, even with those like few chocolate chips in it, it's got to be better than like buying something from the shop where it's like all processed and refined sugar. So, you know, at this stage, I'm willing to try anything. Literally, the child eats nothing. So we're going to pop in, I've got here just 100 grams of chocolate chips, and I'm just going to gently stir those in. And I think that's about good. So now, tray. With this tray, I'm using a mix of silicone and paper liners, and that's for the simple reason that I can't find the rest of the silicone ones. They're somewhere in this kitchen, but who knows where. It does work better with the silicone ones. I know that the first time I made these for one of my son's friends, and actually his advice was, you know, he said they were very tasty, but really that I should use different papers because they were stuck. Last time they didn't stick so much, but, you know, we'll see. So basically what you do now, fill up your muffin cases. Try not to make a complete mess of it, as I am. They are going to rise a bit, but you don't get like a huge, you know, there's no self-raising flour or anything like that. So you don't get like a huge rise out of them, but you will get something. So I think about kind of 3/4 full is about where you want to be with these. And then you're going to bake them in the oven for around 20 minutes. I checked them after 20 minutes at about 190 degrees C, which is 375 Fahrenheit. And when they come out, put that down, I'll finish that in a bit. When they come out, they're going to look a little bit like this. So it's quite a soft muffin. It does have like a bit of a spring to it, and they've got a really nice taste and a really nice texture. As I say, the best thing about them is that you can pop them in the freezer, so they will keep in the fridge in an airtight container for a week, and then they'll keep in the freezer for around 3 months. Mine never lasts that long, but what I do is take one out the night before, just put it in a little bag, put it in my son's lunchbox, and then by lunchtime the following day, I am reliably informed by my 7-year-old that they are soft, ready, and he can eat them. So they make a really nice, healthy treat. If you are going to put the chocolate chips in, just check that nut content if you're a nut-free school. But apart from that, there shouldn't really be anything that's going to cause anyone else a problem. Let me know if you try them out. Please do comment below. Let me know what you think of the recipe. I will also share all of those quantities over on the blog, so you can head over and check that out. The link will be down in the comments as well, but it's www.navigatingbaby.com. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.